Hi everyone, welcome back to Rach and Bella Crafts. Hope you're well. I haven't been able to do a video for the last couple of days because I have been tidying my room. So rather than break my neck and try and get a video in tonight, I thought, I'm going to show them what I've been doing. So I thought you might like to come in and have a little look at some of my craft room. It's not all finished yet, but the tidy bits you can see. So come on in. So this is my desk. This is where all the making takes place, well, on videos anyway. This is, oh, sorry for the shaking. This is my friendly arm here. Lots of you have asked me what kind of arm I use to film. So it's just a really simple, straightforward mobile phone holder that I got from Amazon. And it's got a really good sturdy arm on it. So that's my arm. My desk is actually not a desk, it's actually the dining room table, but they don't mind, they're pretty good. So it comes on, it comes off, but today I had to have a really good tidy up because it was just all getting very confusing. So here on my desk, I am currently working on my vintage journal, about to get that put in. This is my friendly hedgehog. See, look how messy he looks in real life, but I don't care because that is busy messy. I'm working on all that. All these here, these are all bits that I've got cut out ready to use in the journal. And I've got some of my vintage ephemera ready to pop in as well. That little box at the back, that's what I use to put all my papers in when I'm making a journal. I'm going to gather all my stuff up, and I've printed off any digis I'm using. They all go into that little storage box. And sorry for my shaking. And it's just like that, just a little handle. They're about, I think it was about $1.99, I think, in our local like pound store. So kind of like your dollar store, I think. But yeah, so they're great. I've got a couple of those dotted about the place. And it's just remembering to empty them after you finish the project, because that's why I had to do a major tidy up today and yesterday, because I hadn't been emptying them and I had loads and loads and loads of just papers and pages and stuff all left over. So all that's now been super organised, which is great. Here is that's my little trailer where I keep my dabbers. And these are my lovely little pots that my kiddies bought me for my birthday, and in there I have got all sorts of lovely things like beads and gold buttons, and this one's full of old stamps. So yeah, they're just fab. Oh, and look at those lovely porcelain beads. I've been hoarding those. I really need to use them for something. Actually, perhaps I could use one of those on my vintage journal. We'll see. Anyway, we'll see. So that's my stationery pot there, and then at the back then is my brown book, and that's where all my plans go. So anything that's coming up, it'll be in there. So that's my desk. And then down here, tucked underneath my desk, is this really cute, handy little caddy that Bella actually gave to me because I didn't have any drawers in here. And in here, I keep a little stash of, what have I got in there? Laces. These are fabrics that I'm using at the moment. And then in here, I've got this handy little caddy, and in there is all of my well, embellishment stuff. So what have we got in there? You know, little charms and stuff. I've got a few things I've had from people in swaps. Got me pegs. I've got some lovely butterfly wooden bits and pieces. I've got some bows at the back. I can't see what else is in there. Oh, and I've got my bulb pins and my what are these? Rivets. I want to call it a rivet. It's not a rivet. It's a grommet. We got there in the end. It sounded like a frog. Rivet. What else have I got in there? Oh, some bits of ribbon, and some flowers. But I don't tend to use the stuff in that drawer very much. It's not really the kind of stuff I tend to be working with, but it's handy to have that on hand. And then in the next drawer, this is the drawer I open lots. This is me glue and me cutters and me stamps and my little corner cutter. All that's in there. And my very, very favourite, oh, let me just show you this. My little pot of gold paint that Mum scraped into there for me. So I use that very, very sparingly because you'll need a little bit. And in there then are some of my waxes that, again, Mum gave me from her stash because we share too. And I've managed to get one of these now, and I'm going to have a little go at that this week. So I just got to find something safe to hover this over because I don't want to tip it all over the table or catch anything on fire. This is my exciting new toy. I managed to get this in our local supermarket, and I'd only been thinking about it, funny enough, a couple of days before, and I was like, oh, I need to find out when I get one of those label makers. And I took my son to get his school stationery, and they had one in our local supermarket. So I'm going to have a little go with that. Hopefully some of it will be in this journal. It's rather vintage, isn't it? And then in the bottom tray, oh, it's my washies. So let me just move that one out a second. I got my most used washies, rather, I should say. They're all in there, look. So that's kind of like my vintagey things. And I got some snippety things underneath, or snippets, as my mother calls them. And then, I don't know if you watched the video the other day, and I exclaimed when I was in the drawer going, oh, I got ephemera in there. This is what I found. But look at this. Look at these little pads. Aren't they cute? They're out of an old card game. But they're like really old. They're lush. Oh, and I dropped my raffle tickets. There we go. Don't want to lose them either. Keep those safe. So there we go. So that's what's on the floor by the side of my desk. That's my kind of go-to drawers. So over here on the old writing bureau that I got in the corner is my sewing machine. This is my new sewing machine. It's not new, but it's new to me. My other half bought it for me recently, very kindly, and he had an absolute bargain on it because it was on eBay and it had been used once. And it is like brand new. It's lush. I love it. So I can't wait to have a go with some of these because I've got, oops, sorry, excuse my arm, like all embroidery and stuff on there and different stitches, and it does letters and things like that. So I did have a quick go with it the other day, but I have a little play with that soon and see what we can come up with that. So that's where the sewing goes on, in this corner. And I just have to show you this. This is my sewing box. This is the Kath Kidson sewing box. And Mum and Dad got me this for my birthday this year because I was 40. And again, it came from eBay. Oh my gosh, there's so many wonderful bargains you can get on eBay. But I've been after one of these for ages and it is just lovely. It's got like a felt, let me bring you in. It's got like a felt cover on all that. Look's been embroidered on there, look. And then inside, it's a nice tray and there's a big deep bit in the middle end down below. I can't do both because I can't lift the lid up. But yes, that's my beautiful, beautiful sewing box, which I love. Okay, so let's talk ephemera storage because this is where I kind of need some ideas on. I put a post on our group actually yesterday, I think, asking what you will do with all your stuff. Because obviously doing videos, I end up with lots and lots of ephemera made and I'm not quite sure what to do with it all. So, you know, long term I know what I'm going to do with it all, but I need to store it somewhere, don't I? So in here, this is a nice little pot thing that I had, I don't know, from a local shop somewhere. And I've put in here all my scrappy stuff that I made. So in here, there's all my little snippets and my ruffles, and then my bigger snippets, and then what else did I make? Oh, we did all those booklets, so they're all at the back there. They're all ready to be used. I got some tags and things like that made there. And then in this one here, we've got all those pockets that we did and a little notebook. Oh my goodness, just so much stuff. So I got that one there. That's a tin there that I got those in. Then I got another little basket here with loads more stuff. So if you've been watching my videos, you might recognise some of these items. Because these were all the, because obviously I usually make two. One to show you at the beginning and then all the stuff in afterwards. But there's lots in here, and then there's some projects that need to be finished. So that's that one. And then this one here, this one's a bit messy, I'm sorry. Like I say, I haven't finished yet. So I got some stickers and stuff in here, some ephemera holders at the back, and then at the front there's some of my lovely stuff I've had for Happy Mail and some of the lovely stuff I've had from Swaps. That was beautiful. That was an envelope stack I had there from Ali from our group. That was gorgeous. Oh, so many things, just so lovely. So that's kind of like where my ephemera is at the moment. That's just the decorated stuff. I then also have 3 folders in my cupboard. Okay, so I got these books in, I think in our local Hobbycraft actually. They're in the sale. They are literally just, I think, photo albums. And I was like, oh my gosh, they will be perfect for all my fussy cutting, because I just got fed up with it being everywhere and, well, you know, you cut it out and then you lose it. The only trouble is now I'm really organised and cut everything out and stored it so neatly, and I put it in the cupboard and then forgot it was all there. So sometimes it's not always a good idea to be really organised. Not with me anyway, because my memory is so poor. But yeah, these are ideal. So I've got that one there, which is great. And of course now you've made me get them out. I'll use some of those now later. And then this one here, again, full of all these fabulous ephemera from all these wonderful designers kits. Loads and loads and loads of stuff in here, cut ready to use. And then the last one then, so they came like that, they were like little ring binders. And then this one I made myself. I didn't make the file myself, obviously, but I made the inside, and I got Polly Pockets. Let me just move these out of the way a second. And I cut them to make them shorter, look, because it's only a half size file. And then if I needed a big one, then I popped a big one in. And if I needed a skinnier one, I put a skinnier one in. And then I've also been able to put little folders into the back of them as well. So that's in the process of being organised. So that's where I keep all my ephemera. So if you do have any really good ephemera storage ideas, please do share, because I don't like it all in the tubs. I like it kept away nice and tidy. And these are almost pretty full, so I don't think I'm going to get any more in there. So yeah, let us know. Drop us a comment on the Facebook post and let us know what you're doing with all your ephemera. Now, this cupboard here is where I keep all my very, very best of fabrics. So all of the stuff that I like to keep to use for journals, covers, and one thing or another, that all goes in this cupboard here, so that will get stowed away. So in the top here, I've got this beautiful fabric I bought recently. So I'm going to be using that for a project before too long, once I get all my other projects out of the way. But that's going to be one for me. So I probably won't end up making that to something like 2030. Do you know what it is? And then I've got other nice fabrics and stuff in there. And on the bottom shelf then is all my boho trims and more boho trims. And then in that box there, that's my special box. There's stuff in there I bought from a sale on Instagram. I think it was my first sale on Instagram actually. And there's some really nice fabric in there too. So I leave that in there because that's my rainy day stuff. I'll use that one day when I've got lots of time. So above that cupboard then, just shut those doors. Above that cupboard then is my bookshelves. So first thing you'll see here is a lovely, another ephemera holder actually, that Bella gave to me. She made this. So that's rather marvellous. And I've started now putting all my labels in there and all my small bits and pieces. And then behind that, then these are all my books for that I use for book pages. So you'll see there my Edith Holdens and my nature notes. What else have I got in there? Country Flowers, a Victorian Lady. That's a lovely book. But yeah, lots of different gardening books and a couple of map books, a couple of design books, but just books really with nice, real, pretty pages and patterns. So I like to try and keep them on there. I'm lying, I don't like to try and keep them on there nice and tidy. Up until today, they were on the floor. So they're now on there nice and tidy. There we go. See, that sounds better, doesn't it? And then this set of drawers, this was my grandmother's. The one you all know, you know my grandmother well. And then there's still her sewing stuff. So I got to sort that out and put some bits and pieces in there. I think her thimbles actually are still in the bottom. Yes, they are. So they're super old. So that's a bit of vintage there on the shelf. And then here I've got a nice file there that I keep all my greeting cards in so that I don't forget family's birthdays. Clearly that's not working because it's still full of cards, and I also still manage to forget lots of birthdays. So I'm a bit rubbish with that, I'm afraid. And then this is my next shelf. So that's like a lovely book I bought recently in a car boot sale, not to use in the junk journal, might I add. It's one of my favouriteest stories. It's a very, very old copy. And here's all my stickers then behind. Love those, don't we? Antiquarian sticker book. And of course the botanist one. There's another one coming out this month, I do believe. And then these are the ones that I use for book pages. And then there's a couple of other old ones there. A Welsh dictionary there. And then this shelf here, these are all my goodies. So that's all my journals there. Some that I've made, some that I've been given in swaps, a few that Bella's made for me. They're not journals, obviously. I just put those in there to keep the books up. That there is my first journal, my Christmas one from, goodness, last year? No, the year before. So yeah, as you can see, that's quite a big journal. I might show you that one day. And then last Christmas's journal is at the back there, right in the corner, and I didn't get that finished because I was like super busy with stuff for the shop. And I don't know, we went into lockdown, I didn't really feel like writing anything, so yeah, there we go. But anyway, we continue looking to fill the shelf. I like the shelf. So this pot here, I actually got yesterday, and I have finally rounded up all my envelopes that were all over the place. So they're all in here now, my craft envelopes, and then on the front of that, then I've got some little bits and pieces of ephemera, things that I've collected from these trips that we've had out. So yeah, so that's nice and handy to have that on the top there now. And then this tray here, exciting. This is all the paper I sorted out yesterday that I've now got in a beautiful heap ready to make a botanical journal. Because we've actually got a botanical journal swap this month in our Facebook group. So I'm going to try and get that put together nice and quickly. And then this tray here now is for my prototype digis. And then under there then is all my coffee dye stuff. Sitting nice and quietly, minding its own business, as it should be. And then in the drawer here, oh, this is the packaging and weighing drawer, this is. So I've got my letter sizer that my son's girlfriend bought me because she's so lovely. So I know which ones, which postage to put on. And then I got all my glues and all my stickies and all the packaging tape, and then my little tiny scales that I use to weigh my parcels. And then I put a little bucket on top of that and weigh my puppies in there, and then all my ink is in there. So that's an interesting drawer. So this is the next basket that I need to find a better solution for what's in here, because in here at the moment is buttons, more buttons, and if I just move these two boxes out of the way, oh, look at that, more buttons. So this is kind of like the button drawer or basket, but I just need to find a way to kind of store them a little tidier and less bulkily, because I don't like all these, you know, things. I've got some lovely jars there, so I do tend to take out the interesting colours and put them in little jars. These are all my vintage buttons and all my vintage sewing ephemera. So I've got lots of bits and pieces in there. So all that's been rounded up and it's all nice and safe and secure. And then underneath the cupboard we have these lovely yellow boxes. I don't know if it's a bit dark, I hope not. And then this one here, I've got my favourite tin. I love this tin, it's lush, it's very vintage. What's in there? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember what's in that tin now. Something relevant to the drawer anyway. And then in here I've got all my bead stuff and my little chest there that is full of beads. All these bits and pieces then. And I've got more things then for making dangles and charms. This is all my baker's twine in there. So I've got a bag full of that. That was something I recently bought from Amazon, which is great. And then I've got some cards down there then for email and ATC cards. And then this one down here, this is my kind of like mixed media drawer. So in here I've got all my stamps, and I've also got paintbrushes and some painting there, and I've got my little file thing for my smushy brushes, as I call them, my dabbers, and there's my paint. And then right at the bottom you can see there's a red cloth, and that's to cover the table. And I make a mess, which I've got to be honest is not very often. That's more mum's thing. I don't like making a mess, it irritates me a little bit. I'm very OCD or anything, but this drawer I have to get organised because there's just too many tins in here. So that's kind of like, these are different things. It's like ephemera in there, some punches, that's all full of washi tape, a really nice stamp there that Mum loaned me because she's awesome. What else have we got in here? Oh, and that's loads of stuff. That was when I had my one successful attempt at using my Cricut. And I managed to cut out all this stuff, and I actually managed to get to fussy cut the one day, and then I didn't use it for a little while and I just forgot how to use it, and it was like, yeah, it's a bit complicated, so it's up at Mum's at the minute. I'll find half an hour one day, I'm sure, and try and look at how to do it. And then in the bottom one here then I've got more paper stuff and notebooks for journal papers. I've got some music paper, that one is full of music paper, and that's a blank notebook. And what else have we got in there? Yeah, a couple of notebooks. Oh, my favourite diary, which again I bought last year and didn't use because, well, I didn't really want to write about it last year. I want to remember 2020, not me. So I wrote some things down, but I wasn't going to waste a diary on it, so I've kept that. Perhaps we'll use it next year. And then here, this is my favourite sewing bag. This is actually Mum's sewing bag. And she was getting rid of it when I was selling stuff online, so I was like, oh, I'll have that if you don't want it. And in here then I've got some of my fabrics that I'm in the middle of using. So that's what's in there. Do a quick peek. That's some of that lovely vintage lace. The tap tapping you can hear out there is my little doggy out in the kitchen. And then on my desk, it's still a bit messy, so I've got to finish sorting these bits out tonight now. Oh, there's a stamp there. These are some laces that I've got out and some embroidery, and that's the last pile of that I've got organised. And this lovely box here, I was also given by Mum because I absolutely love elephants and all things elephanty. So I've got lots of little wooden carved elephants in my living room, and she gave me this lovely box. And in here, she's going to watch this now and she's going to say, I didn't know she had that. These arrived today. These I've had from, actually I don't know who they've come from. I believe they're from Brittany's group for Wednesday Wishes, because I think they both come from China, so they took a little while. But yeah, they both came today. So if it was you who sent those to me as a Wednesday wish, thank you very, very much, because they're super pretty. And they've gone into my nice pretty box. So this is my box full of all my favourite things. Now I saw my all my offcuts, all nice bits of fabric in there, and things to make flips and stuff like that with, and covers. So yeah, but I like that box. So that sits on my desk. So these 3 boxes here hold all my lovely laces. So in that one here is all the kind of like coloured laces and perhaps the more modern kind of stuff. It was all neatly stacked in there, but I didn't mean to. I took the boxes down when I was moving it all earlier. So that's the one box there. And then this one here has all the kind of older cuts of lace. So that's what Bella came and very kindly organised to me a couple of weeks ago. She sat and folded all my lace up. She'll be going, stop making a mess. There we are, it's all tidy, Mum. Thank you for that. And a bit of embroidered cloth in there. And then this one here, which I can't wait to get back to, is all my boho stuff. So lots of lovely goodies in there. Most of which I've mainly bought from, or had given to me from Mehetaj. So the rest of my laces, my bestest laces as we say, they're all in here. So Mum got me these set of drawers. And she also came and folded all my lace for me the one day. I think it was just where we had the pups. So all that's in there, all my ribbons, my lovely brown laces. Ooh, don't go messy now. Bright ribbons, and what's in the bottom one? Oh, the pinky stuff. We have a little bit of pinky stuff in there too. And then this one up here, this has got, oh, that's the die cut stuff. Yes, there's some of the little bits and pieces in there. I think there's some yo-yos in there. There's a bit of a snippet there that hasn't been finished. And then some lovely ribbons and some more lace. So that's kind of that section there. And then there's another tub there then with other snippety things. So that's like all my bestest kind of laces. But yeah, so that kind of works. I'm not too worried about that. They're all folded, they're all flat, and I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so this is the lovely sideboard unit that is in the side of my dining room. And down in the first bit here, all nice and tidy in my lovely tins and pots. So all my slow stitch stuff. Gosh, that's a mouthful for you with your teeth out. And that's the big shot there. That is actually Mum's. And then in there, she very kindly sat one day and organised all my scraps and snippety things for me. So that's little bags in there full of fabrics. That's all my 12 by 12s. And then I got little 6x6s up above there, and that's my more scraps and snippets for clusters. And then that side is printing paper and card and the fabulous Edith Holden books that are currently part of our giveaway. So if you haven't been over to Instagram, get over to the page and enter, because we're giving away a Edith Holden book this week. The draw finishes on the 15th of September. So let me grab one out, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. This, remember here? It's a fabulous book that we all love. Oh, we're giving one away on our Instagram page, so don't miss it. Make sure you go over and enter. All you gotta do is tag 3 friends in the post and follow our page. So yeah, make sure you check that out. Here on the back of my chair is a lovely bag I got from a car boot sale. Canvas bag that the lady had made for £1. It's lovely, I love it. So I use this to go shopping in my fabric stuff. So in here, look, all my blue stuff ready now to go in my vintage journal. So I'm gonna rummage through that after and I get on with that. So that's gonna sit there now on the back of my chair. And then when I don't use what I don't use, it has to go back in the fabric drawer, which is another drawer, which is in a different room. But yeah, so fabric shopping bag, yay. Now, it would be so nice to say that my room was lovely and tidy and everything was sorted, but it's not, and it would be wrong of me to tell a fib. So this here is the stuff that I haven't yet found a home for. I do wonder if I actually just need another little cupboard this side of the room to put this stuff in. So in the far right there, left even, that is my coffee dye papers and other papers and more music paper in the end thing there. And then here are more vintage books. That's scraps there, and then that's more kind of like printed stuff ready to be used. So yeah, need to sort that out. That's the messy corner. And this is my new whiteboard, which I thought I would just share with you. I bought this to make myself be organised and try and plan my week out a little bit better, so it doesn't keep getting hijacked by everything else going on around me. And these, I wanted a notice board, couldn't find a notice board, so I bought 4 cork wall tiles. So I've kind of got a plan for them, and I will show you when I get those complete. But yeah, so that's the stuff to go up on my wall. I'm trying to get that done over the weekend now. And as I was here and the camera is on and they're sleeping and they're so cute. Okay, so that's it guys. Thank you so much for joining me for my quick whistle stop tour of my craft room. I'm going to leave it at that because my middle son has just got in and he's now upstairs smashing out Bohemian Rhapsody on his guitar. So I best go before the neighbours come round. No, they won't really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have any brilliant suggestions for me, help me get tidy, please put some comments below because I really need some help. And I would just like to get rid of some clutter. But have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining me and I hope to see you all soon. Bye now.